We should be able to... I'm going for the skip here. I feel like we should be able to do it. Yeah, we did it. Did we? Okay, we did. Got me scared for a second there. Spicy run! The blitz actually wasn't that much, but also probably just because the dash was just dealing such insane amounts. Thank you for playing our recent Unseen update. This patch makes a number of adjustments to some of the latest additions. We'll keep monitoring your feedback, though this will likely be our final patch before our 1.0 launch. Oh shit, whenever that will be. We're very grateful for your support throughout early access. I didn't think they would say it. General gameplay. Reduce further cases of successive attacks causing you to become stun-locked. Okay. Whenever you take damage to armor, it will reduce any temporary armor you have from sources such as security system prior to reducing the permanent kind. Oh, there you go. There you go. We were just talking about that. Sister Blades, Omega attack can no longer be interrupted by foes. Okay. I wonder if they mean if you're already in the middle of the animation? It did felt like that happened a little bit. Umbral Flames. Reduced orbit speed of Omega special projectiles, but increased their damage. Oh. So that's a slight hit to on-hit effects like Poseidon, Scorch, kinda Zeus, I suppose, in that sense. Which is interesting. Argent Skull. Omega special wave projectiles no longer stagger foes. Interesting. Is that necessary? Black Goat. Increased speed of attack sequence and damage of first strike. Slightly increased Omega attack channel speed, and it can block more types of incoming area effect damage. Increase the special accuracy. I think all those things were necessary personally. What do you think, chat? I think all those things were necessary at a minimum. You know what I mean? Which is stat from Mel. Reduced bonus magic and power. Oh no. It was way too good. I gotta say. I felt like it was like way too good. But it was kind of fun. I barely got to use it. I think I did one run with it. But I guess we've kind of played that build before, so it is what it is. But it did feel like it was probably just overly good. We'll see by how much. Momus. Slightly increased how long it takes your serpents to fire successive Omega moves. Wow, even Momus got the bat a little bit here, huh? Pan. It is now easier to dash out of recovery times. So are they trying to say they dialed back on the Omega special animation kind of thing that we hated? Morrigan. Improved input buffering, reducing cases of dropped inputs during combat. Okay, yes. Yeah, I always had a hard time putting this to words, really. But there was something about, like, it feels like I'm hitting buttons, but with this aspect, and trying to charge Omega attacks in particular, and it just wouldn't work the way I would hope. And I could never really explain the way I was feeling, but there was something about it I didn't like. So I'm definitely grateful for that. Moros. Adjusted projectile speeds aligned Omega attack damage with base aspect. Uh-oh. Not Moros, though. Not Moros, though. Not Moros, though. Supay. Reduced projectiles from attacks and specials, but increase their damage. Reduced rush boon damage bonus. No. Moonstone Axe. Slightly reduced dash strike damage. Slightly increased attack damage. Okay. Whatever. Medea, slightly reduced area of attacks, which is still greater than the base aspect. All right. A lot of small nerfs here, though. Huh? Persephone, fix an issue causing boons to gain bonus levels more often than intended. Oh, come on, no. I liked it. Hell, now breaks earns more easily. Yeah. Black Coat for Nyx. Increased Omega boost damage. Increased damage of special night spawns. Okay. Shiva, reworked destructive effect now makes Omega attack deal bonus damage. Increased special damage. Normalized Omega special travel time. Reticle remains until the blast. I don't know if it sounds like it did enough. Reworked destructive effect now makes the Omega attack deal bonus damage. As well? Or only the Omega attack? Because I feel like that doesn't sound great. I would say, I mean, it's hard to make it worse, but I guess at a glance from reading it, it's like, I don't know. Frenzy now also makes foes enter the battle faster. Reduced effect on Vow rivals moves. Oh, interesting. That's actually quite interesting, right? Vow of Scars. Fixed several cases where this was not reducing life recovery as expected. Uh-oh. Did they get rid of some of the weird exceptions to Vow of Scars? Because there were some things that would still heal you through it, essentially. Oh, shit. It's getting harder, isn't it? Yeah, didn't Forge go through it or something? Probably. I mean, it didn't really make sense that something like Forge would go through Scars, but... yeah, steady growth from Denver. Well, now will only rarefy itself if you have no other eligible boons. Aw, man. Well, I mean, that's barely anything. Eh. It just doesn't seem necessary to me. I don't know. I very rarely take steady growth, so that didn't feel necessary to me. Scorch Curse can no longer deal critical damage or similar. What do you mean, or similar? What the hell does that mean, or similar? Can no longer deal critical damage or similar, nor is affected by air quality. The air quality thing is whatever. It pretty much doesn't matter. Oh. You think the double damage from, like, mutual destruction? Okay. That's not that bad, I think. I don't think that's that bad. Oh, no, wait, there's more. I was gonna say, it's okay. Scorch is still okay. But now I don't know. We'll see. It's probably still in the realm of, like, it's always good to get her cast or something, probably. Success rate no longer affects the passive effect of Rocky. I wonder why they felt that was necessary. Is Rocky taken too often? I don't know. Slightly reduced? Yeah. Okay, this isn't that bad so far. This isn't that bad, I think. I don't think it's that bad. Incandescent Ore got reworked. Oh, no, we don't get to try it out more. Now deals damage to all hitch-afflicted foes when you restore magic. Oh, wait a minute. That sounds kind of fun. Wait, that sounds kind of fun. That way you don't have to rely on the circle. It still could be stupid, though, I guess, in some ways. So you'd want something that keeps up hitch on everything. Sadly, you probably still want Big Bore Gain. I guess we'll have to see how it reads exactly and what the... because they might have changed the damage, too, or something. Natural Selection got reworked. Now distributes bonus level to your primary boons. Oh. Now, when they say primary, I'm going to assume they mean attack, a special, cast, dash, magic. Yeah, the slots. What was Natural Selection before? It was the one where you couldn't see max health or max magic, but you got increased chances of boons and rarity on boons. It wasn't great. That's for sure, before. This is interesting, though. I don't dislike that, I think. I don't think I dislike that. I wonder how many... so wait a minute. If I only have one core boon and then I get Natural Selection, does that mean you could potentially palm one boon a lot of times? Or is it simply like +1 to all your core boons, and if you don't have the other slots, you get fucked? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Scalding Vapor no longer can activate the Froth Curse. Oh, no! That would have been cool. I feel like that would have been cool, but I never got to check it out. I wanted to do a big Froth run. I didn't get to do it. Boo! Kagera's Dash. Reduced damage. Fixed Scorn amplifying damage other than attack and special. Oh, so it was better than it sounded. Unseen Ire. Fix an issue causing the effect duration to last longer than stated. Crimson Dresh. No! Fix an issue causing this to give a high damage bonus right away. No! What do you mean? I feel like it was correct. I felt like it was correct. No! Because the description was deal more damage and get bonus damage per encounter. So the description felt right to me. I got to do one run with it. I got to do exactly one run with it. It's probably for the best. Because the truth is, if every Underworld run required you to get Arachne and that one dress from Arachne, that'd be kind of annoying, right? That'd be kind of annoying, correct? It's terrible now. How much damage per encounter are we talking about? Is 3%? Are you kidding me? You're kidding me. It's not 3%. I don't believe you. Shut up, chat. Shut up, chat. Daedalus hammer upgrades, boosted ignition, no longer offered while using Hell. Okay. Looming ignition, fixing an issue, causing this to give its full damage bonus immediately rather than over the duration as described. Oh no. Wait, is that why Looming ignition was so good? I actually wasn't even aware of that. Pharaoh etchings for the staff. New. Lone Shades deal more damage and automatically launch at foes struck by your Omega special. Ooh. I actually like the sound of that one, kinda. That way you don't have to dash through it. This is for the blades, Morrigan. Your specials repeatedly deal damage faster. I don't know about that one. Helheim Charge. That's for Hell. Your Omega attack fires twice in succession. I don't really see a world where you're gonna be able to get into Omega attack stuff with Hell, but maybe. It takes way too long. Chakra Collider, that's with Shiva. Your Omega attack gains a power shot that deals heavy damage. God. Hexes and Path of Stars. Adjusted Path of Stars layouts to make room especially for Godsend upgrades. Okay, so I'm guessing that means that Godsend upgrades no longer replace epics, which just makes sense to me, because it felt kind of silly that they're taking something away and you get something else for it, which didn't feel right. Adjusted when Godsend upgrades are offered during the story for the first time, now later than before. But wait, you still have to get the god first? You still have to get the god first? Twilight Curse. This and other morph effects now block any on-death attacks when afflicted foes are slain, with the exception of Inferno Bombs. Oh, I think I understand. Poseidon for Moonwater. Cut from the game. So no, it's no longer Prize of Poseidon. It's Pride of Poseidon. Godsend upgrade gradually restores life and magic over time. Yeah, it felt pretty bad. Skyfall, cut from the game, replaced with Ambition, which deals bonus damage to Guardians. Okay, Lineage new. Your Hex can be Godsend one more time when used in Guardian encounters. Okay. Keepsakes. Discordant Bell. Effect now persists for the night even after you switch Keepsakes. That doesn't help it. That doesn't even help it. Ugh. Reduced chance of never finding the resource type aligned with your animal familiar in shorter regions. Okay. Fresh sustenance max, reduce life recovery. Foes and dangers. Various adjustments to the new Vow of Rivals encounters, including Unrivaled Typhon. Adjusted behaviors of Kronos, who should no longer teleport in the middle of his strikes. Adjusted patterns in the final phase. I don't know if I really noticed the first part of that. Okay, doke. Unrivaled Kronos. Adjusted various behaviors. Adjusted hitbox of swipe attack. Tempe. No longer heal when affected by Twilight Curse from Selene. Now summons only a single Warden. Mostly nerfs, it looks here to me. To both. These are the hourglass things? Gotcha. Gotcha. That's very small. Unrivaled Prom. Adjust behaviors of both combatants. Heracles has reduced life, thank God. I feel like that whole fight has way too much health. Eidos now briefly takes over if Prometheus is vanquished first. Okay. Unrivaled Cerberus updated behaviors in the initial phase. Eris. Adjust various behaviors. Reduce how much of the field gets engulfed in flame. That's the only thing, like, I think that fight is almost fair. Even the whole dropping bombs and then trying to laser your thing, but there's not enough space to employ what feels like the best strategy for her. Because a lot of times, you'll phase her, right? And she's like in the flames or against a wall. She drops a bunch of bombs, and you're gonna get lasered. There's no getting behind her. Like, it's legitimately just not something that can happen, you know? So, I guess, I don't know, that would be nice to kind of work out somehow. Skilla. Adjusted behaviors of each band member of the band. They had to censor that. Unrivaled Polyphemus. Adjusted various behaviors, including his grab move. Thank you. Curing pools now clear nearby poison when used. So it gets rid of the poison on the ground. Oh. can be used more frequently and can no longer be destroyed. Oh, shit. They really made that easier then. They really made that easier. I will say, I was okay with the curing pools getting destroyed. What I don't really like, though, is that when you... before this patch, to be precise, when you would phase Polyphemus, he would always jump to one of the wells, and he'd wind up in a corner or against a wall, and that was the part that was annoying to me, is that you couldn't really keep him in the center of the arena or anywhere near it, you know? He was just constantly against a wall, which just felt frustrating in its own way. Hecate! Increased effectiveness of mid-phase moves. Reduced tracking and hit stun on projectiles from Dark Side and Sisters of the Dead. Guess I don't totally understand that, but okay. Hit stun on projectiles from Dark Side and Sisters of the Dead. Did they make Hecate harder? Probably just means damage, yeah. Alright. Added alternate textures when using upgraded tools of the unseen. Visual effects to Typhon's eggs. Okay, that does make sense, because it was kind of... It feels like you couldn't really see them landing until they were already there for the most part, especially with rivals on. Visual effects for a crescent pick. Visual indicator in the Boon info for when Arcana are disabled due to Baron from Chaos. Oh, I see. Melonway now can greet Phrenos while he is in the training grounds, as with other animal familiars. Okay, gameplay timer now also pauses automatically when interacting with the Path of Stars. Wait, did it not before? Okay, I think they mean when you first pick up the Path of Stars. I think that's what they mean. Yeah, because there would be an animation you'd have to watch while the UI loads in, basically, and the timer wouldn't pause. Gotcha. They're thinking about us, chat. Heracles no longer sometimes ominously just stands around after his encounters. Updated presentation for Icarus flyby attacks. Feedback on life and magic gauges after swapping keepsakes that modify your totals. Okay. Feedback spending resources in the Altar of Ashes, Silver Pool, Music Maker. Contextual feedback on various boons when affected by Vows scars. Damage from specials and Omega specials is now separated for some weapons on the victory screen. Reduced cluttered damage numbers on using Argent Skull Medea. Add a letterbox to the game intro in some aspect ratios. Bug fixes. Here we go. Fix an issue where Mel could suddenly take 500 damage using Eruption from the Path of Stars and Light Bloom to raise a Tempest in the battle against Kronos. I saw this on the subreddit, and I was like, the fuck happened to this poor guy? It was kind of funny, though. Fix a number of story events that were never playing. Contextual voice lines. Cases where you would sometimes dash strike unexpectedly using the axe. Fix some interactions between Nurgle and Psychic Whirlwind. Fix Blackcoat not interacting with some abilities that improved channeling speed. Oh, interesting. Fixed visual issues where strikes with hidden aspects sometimes appear to be interrupted by foes. Wounds from Ares sometimes causing on-hit slowdowns too frequently. Sea Star sometimes doubling items created by gold. Oh, come on, that would have been sick. Fix personal loan from Dionysus, giving you nothing back if it got rarefied. Oh, shit. Fix Heracles sometimes turning invisible while attacking. Okay. Cases where Athena could unexpectedly appear more than once per night. Typhon sometimes not taking damage from raised servants, as expected. Cases where... Okay, yeah, we were talking about that, how they couldn't, like, hit Typhon, it seemed. Where using cast to interrupt attacks or specials would pause animations longer than expected. Huh. Fix Pasty's screen not showing more than 30 spoons if you had that many. Fix Satyr Supplicant life bars persisting after they were slain. I think I know what those are. They're in the Kronos fight. Ares Plasma UI indicator sometimes disappearing. Whoa. They didn't fix Hearty Appetite. I reported that 2 days ago. What the hell? Why isn't it already fixed, I ask you? This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Alright. In the past, he wandered endlessly over the boundless earth and sea on missions ordered by Lord Eurystheus. His reckless deeds were many, and many the ordeals he suffered. What about my concerns? Exactly.